Welcome back to Three Brothers Disc Golf. I'm Zachary, and today we're going to go in my bag. To start off, we're going to mention our bag. We got our looking front. This is a Viking Disc Rucksack Pro, I'm pretty sure. Really good. Holds about, I think, 25, 26 discs. I normally have 4 up in the putter pouch, 18 down here, and then there's a couple side pockets that you can throw some in. Very good bag overall. One issue though is it's strapped to like go around you. I already broke it. I've only had this for like a month, but it didn't fit anyways that way. But it's a really good bag. I love it. Viking Disc. Not sponsored, but yeah, wish I was. We're gonna start off with putters. Some of these aren't really putters, but these are what are in my putter pouch. I got my knife, 2302, a bit overstable. Putter, good for upshots, but that's really it. I don't putt with it. We're gonna go to my favorite mold, which is the Loki. Best mold out there. I don't know why. It's super overstable. It is a mid-range / putter. Really good for those hook shots. The ground plastic's a little more straight flying than the Storm. The Storm seems to be the most overstable and can get the most ground play out of it. Last putter is my actual putter. It's the Viking Disc Rune. Really good for both upshots and putting. Pretty straight disc overall. It's 2400. I got the first two numbers mixed up. And the Loki is 4204. So really good discs overall. I like throwing and putting with them. So that's what I have in my putters. Next up is Midranges. Now some of these are putters, but I don't have them up in my putter pouch. So I just classify them as Midranges for now. I have the Wolf, which is 4.3 -4.1. I really love this disc. It's in DX plastic. Really good for backhand turnover shots or rollers, I think. I don't know. I haven't thrown many rollers, but I'd imagine this is good. Then another understable disc is the Star Mirage. It is 3.4 -3.0. Very understable. This thing loves to roll. I got screwed over a couple times in my one tournament where I thought I threw a perfect shot and then it completely cut rolled to the opposite side. But it's really good for an understable disc. On the other side though, we got the Loki, another Loki. This one is relatively straight flying. I'd probably throw this about 250, I think. This is ground plastic, but it's very warped on top. I don't know if you can tell, but it's very puddle topped. And then we got a harp, a West Side Disc harp. I love this disc for overstable upshots that I don't need to skip. And so like if I think the Loki's gonna skip too far, this disc is really good. It flies similar to a Loki, just doesn't get that ground play out of it as much. A couple more mid-ranges that I have here are the Comet, 4.5 -2.1. I haven't really thrown this one much, but it's good. I really like it. It's good for like flip shots, I feel like. Does have reliable fade at the end from what I can see. Next we have my Origin. I love this disc. Actually, I kind of do, kind of don't. Sometimes it's very straight flying and it's perfect shot. And then other times I put a little too much power into it and then it just turns over and gets on edge. But this disc is really good. I did dye this, so that's one of the reasons why it's in my bag. And I had this in Neo plastic, I had it in Geo, this is Neo. And with the Geo plastic, I got my first ace with. So that's why this is kind of in my bag. Next up, we have an Axe from Viking Disc. Who else? 4301. I just recently got this disc, but so far I've loved it. It's pretty reliable with fade. It seems like no matter how much power I put into it, it fights back. So I really am looking forward to using this in my bag this year. And hopefully I can throw this a lot and hopefully maybe throw one in. Next up is the Legacy Recluse in Icon Plastic. 5 5304? Yeah. And very overstable. I haven't thrown this as much yet. I have like ground Lokies, which kind of fly the same. But this disc is really good when I was using it. Probably have to throw it more this year. It's awesome for forehand, backhand, anything. Not many shots though with it yet, but I love it. Next up is Fairways. I only have 3 fairways, so I'm going to include from 6 all the way up to 10 speed, so I have a little bit more in this section. But to start off, we have the Viking Disc Cosmos. This one's gone back and forth with me. When I first started, this was my favorite disc. I could throw it anywhere, but now it seems to be like very unstable whenever I throw it. I have a tough time, but I really want to like this disc and have it in my bag. So it's 7501, but it seems like it's like a -3 to me on power. But other than that, it's okay. Next up, we have a Discmania FD. I actually got this from Mallory Lake at Edinburgh. Contacted the dude said I could have it since I went in for it. Actually dyed it with a B. It's not really that good, but I love the disc. The stamp isn't that good that I dyed on it. But this disc seems to fly perfect for me. I use this for most like 300 to 350 upshots, I feel like. It's for straight flying, it's awesome. Gets a little bit of turn, reliable finish at the end. One of my favorite discs I have in my bag. Next up is the Viking Disc Barbarian. Like a T-Bird, I don't throw this a lot. I don't really throw fairways a lot, but it's pretty overstable. Good for most shots. I just don't throw it enough. Probably something I will be throwing more this year, depending on situations. Alright, moving on to 9 speeds of it. Literally all pretty overstable right now. I have a Big Germ Thunderbird, which I got from my brother Josh. Check out his in the bag. This thing's pretty good. It flies straight with reliable fade at the end. I can probably throw this about 350, 375 on hyzer. So I love this disc. Pretty good. That's hey, get a Thunderbird if you don't have one. I don't know what you're doing. Next up is the Paul Ulibarri Raptor. Also love this disc. I can throw this one about 350 to 375 on hyzer. Got this from my brother Kyle. His video of in the bag will also be below in the description. This disc is awesome. I like Ulibarri, and I love overstability discs. So this thing's really good for any long distance shot. That like it's between the Thunderbird and this for most overstable shots. I think I'm a little more comfortable with this right now, just because I know this thing will always fade. And last but not least for 9 speeds is the Discmania Tilt. I got this just because I love overstable discs, and this thing is crazy. Like, I can probably only throw this maybe 200 feet at most, and that's like full power with wind. Really overstable. This is good for if I have to make a weird shot like that you can't throw another disc at for. And so it's nuts. I love the disc though. Discmania Tilt. And to finish off my fairways, 7 to 10 speed, I got 2 10-speed discs. Both are Viking. We got the Viking disc Fenrir. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but its numbers are 10403. That is not at all how it flies. This thing flies really straight and has a bit of turn. I love this disc. Not at all what the numbers say, but this thing is so good for like any straight shot that I need, and I can throw this pretty far. I love this disc. Next up is the Berserker from Viking Disc. Now, this disc is in here for one purpose, and it's because for backhand turnover shots, I could not throw this disc normally at all. This just wants to turn. No matter like how much speed or spin I put on it, this thing just wants to turn over and get to the ground instantly. So really good for rollers that I will probably be trying to practice this year with this, but also really good for backhand turnovers. Rounding out my bag is distance drivers. Love my distance drivers. Probably the best thing that I have in my bag. We're going to start out with a Viking Disc Ragnarok. This one really is only in my bag because it's Viking Disc, and I really want to learn it and love it. But so far, this seems just to be pretty overstable. So it's good, but I have discs similar to it. It's supposed to be 11.5, -1.2, I believe. But it seems to be no turn from what I can get out of it. But it's got a cool stamp on it, so I like it. Next up, we got the Valhalla from Viking Discs as well. 12.502. I like this disc. I can throw it decently. I dyed it. It was around Halloween when I got it, so that's why it's black and orange. This disc is good for like long distance overstable shots. I don't throw it a lot, but it's in my bag mainly because it's Viking. So then next we have none other than a Viking Disc Odin. Basically a destroyer mold. The one time that I haven't thrown this, I just recently got it, but the one time I threw it is actually understable and turned a lot. But I'm thinking that it's probably the wind. But I'm looking forward to this disc. I think I can probably throw this pretty far once I get used to it. It's pretty domey, so that's a little concern for me. I like to throw relatively flat discs, but this one is in my bag. And next up, we got let's see. We got another Viking disc. This is a Thor. This is Storm Air or whatever, like their lightweight plastic. Which is completely different than their heavier weight. This thing actually will fly far for me and will have a reliable finish at the end. I love this disc for any long, overstable shot that I need. Just a little concerned within the wind if it might get blown a lot. I haven't thrown it a lot in the wind for that reason. But I love this disc. It's 14.502, so like a Thunderbird, just faster. And it seems to be pretty flat. And then we got the Legacy Disc Rampage. This was one of my first actual max speed distance drivers, and I actually lost to that Ashtabula one hole. I threw it into the pond, and I wasn't even near the pond on it. I just grip locked it. But this is one of my favorite discs. 14.5 -1.4. This thing flies for me so well. I've gotten so used to this disc. And I can probably throw this 400 feet, I feel like, on hyzer. It's amazing. Like, if I'm scared of the wind, I'll just throw it out on hyzer, and it'll always come back. It might get a little flip up, but other than that, amazing disc, and I'm really looking forward to throwing it this year. And to round out distance drivers, and essentially my bag right now, is the MVP Teleport. I got this from Kyle again. It's a 14.5, -1.5, 2.5. I don't know why they put 0.5s. That's a lot of saying. But this thing's really good. This seems to be my max distance driver right now, and I think I can probably throw it 450 if I'm actually trying to throw it hard. I love this disc. I throw this for most of my max distance drives. This thing just will throw it on hyzer, flips up, carries, and fades at the end. By far one of my best discs in my bag. Last but certainly not least in my bag is a disc retriever. I don't have the attachments on it, but this is mainly for when I'm playing with Dad. He throws a lot in the water, so I gotta pull this bad boy out, to get his discs. Really, that's all this is used for, is for Dad's discs. I'm never in the water, so. But this is really good to, get. I think it extends up to like 18 feet. So really good for getting discs out. And then to round out our bag is my Mini. Now this Mini, I had Dymax from Dynamic Disc. Has my pup dog Comet on it, which is no longer here with us, but that is why we got it. Everyone has one in my family. It's pretty cool, but he will be out on the course with us this year through our Mini. Thank you guys so much for watching. this in the bag video of me. Check out my brothers below in the description. Let me know if you throw anything that I throw or throw stuff similar that you might want to see me throw. And other than that, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, guys.